Thanks so much, Patrick. Well, most of us have probably gone through some financial frustration over the past couple of years. And here to tell us about all sorts of different things and cover a bunch of different topics this morning is registered financial advisor Steve Orr. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
It's great to be here, Jen.
Okay, the first topic we're going to cover, because back to school, college is going to be kicking in soon. What do parents really need to make sure their kids know?
Well, they need to tell their kids, don't take the credit cards that they get offered, because they're going to get inundated with different credit card offers, and don't do it. Second thing they need to tell their kids is, hey, don't eat out all the time. You know, go to the store, buy groceries, cook some things, and, you know, eat healthy that way. And the third thing they need to do is take the extra money that they don't spend at the store, or they don't spend by eating out, and invest that money. Start saving for the future, because, you know, the earlier you start, the better habits you get into and the more successful you're going to be.
Right. I know probably really hard, though, for college kids to start thinking about saving at 18 years old. What are some tips that you can really, how can you save at 18?
Well, you know, it's really hard to do because kids do spend it. And the way I did it with my kids is I started them at age 8. You know, I said, how would you like to own Toys R Us? You know, and they said, hey, I can do that. And they had a great time doing it, because they dragged a little newspaper over to me and said, Daddy, show my stocks. And they saved tens of thousands of dollars in the 90s because the stock market went crazy. So you have to start early. But if you're at 18, you just have to stay with it. You have to just keep hammering home. Look. If you saved $100 a month, it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars for you later on. And you can retire early, or you can work forever. Your choice.
Your choice, yes. Most of you probably saying, I want to retire now. But of course, not really possible. You know, we keep hearing more and more going on in Washington. They still haven't reached a decision over this debt debacle. What's the deal? I mean, why is this so hard, and what is the back and forth about?
Well, it's the ideology of the people. You know, one side thinks that the government should be big and can spend lots of money, and there's a never-ending source of money. And of course, we know that that's just not true, but they're going to stick to that no matter what. You know, it's kind of like if you had a $400,000 house and you couldn't make the payments on it, and you thought the solution was to go borrow another $100,000. What do you think that would do to your credit rating? It'd go in the tank, right? Well, that's what they want to do. Then the other option is even if you can't make your payments, your credit rating is still going to be bad. So whichever way they go here, our credit rating and our interest rates are going to go up. There's really no way to avoid that, I don't think.
Okay, so everyone's probably thinking, should I pull my money out of the stock market? We haven't had a decision. We're 2 or 3 days away.
Yeah, when they do silly things in Washington, D.C., I kind of like that, because I can make money during that. And what you really want to do is move out of the market-type assets and into more of the precious metals, the energy-type stocks and things like that, because you'll see that our gas prices are going to go up. You'll see that most things, our commodities are going to go up, and the precious metals, that's where people run to when the market goes. And I like to do what other people are not doing. So when I see the herd is real happy about the market results, I move away from the herd and I try to be in front of the herd, and I move to where I think they're going to go next. And then you always want to be in front. You don't want to be drinking downstream from that herd.
Right. Okay, we have about 1 minute left. You've seen in 25 years the market go up and down. Is this the worst it's been?
Yes, it is, because, you know, they keep extending this debt ceiling, and it's all caused by Washington, D.C., and they keep thinking that you can spend and spend and spend. Well, you know, there's such a thing as a death spiral. Once you have companies that can't make anything because people can't buy anything because they don't have jobs, you can see, and they keep taxing the same amount or even spend more than they used to, this becomes a death spiral that's really devastating. And I've seen them do this over 40 years. And what's going to happen is this is about the end of the line. They need to do something. They need to stop that spending.
Okay, Steve Orr, the author of Noisemakers, if you want to read more about his thoughts on Washington and politics and money. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
The time now, 6:53. Your news to go is next, but first, here's what Matt and Ann are working on.